Hello, I'm Afzat AK. I'm a social worker, and this is my first video, and I'll be treating the topic depression. So I'll try as much as I'll be dealing with social issues, mental issues, basically issues that are happening in the society to get people talking, to get people to look at solutions to these issues and get different opinions and perspective on different issues that people could be facing in their daily life. So my first topic today is depression. Depression is a mood disorder. It's a type of mental health illness, and it's a mood disorder that affects the way people think, the way people feel, and the way they handle their daily activities, such as sleeping, eating, and working. People that suffer depression usually show symptoms such as sadness, consistent sadness, withdrawal. Some eat a lot, start to eat a lot. Some can't eat any longer, they lose appetite. Some lose sexual libido, and some sleep excessively, and some lacks enough sleep, which is insomnia, and different kinds of symptoms with different kinds of people. So a lot of people are wondering, what is the cause of depression? First, depression could be caused, it's hereditary, could be hereditary. For instance, if there's a history of someone with depression in the family, there's the likelihood that somebody in that family could develop depression along their journey of life. Secondly, people that have experienced any form of abuse, such as domestic abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, can develop, depression if not properly managed. Another set of people that could develop depression is people that have experienced stressful life events, and people with medical problems. And I haven't looked at all these different people that could develop depression at every point in time. Makes us understand that anybody at any point in time can suffer depression. Because if you look at it, everybody can go through any form of stressful life events. You could lose, anything could happen. People lose loved ones, people lose jobs, people lose finances, and these are things that trigger depression. So I want us all to understand that there's really anybody could be depressed, could suffer mild depression, severe depression. And what I want us all to know is that we could help one another. When you see a friend, a loved one that is suffering all the symptoms, recommend to the person to visit a doctor. So the doctor could do a proper diagnosis and refer to a psychiatrist, to refer to a mental health practitioner that could help this person. Depression is a treatable disease. Please do not let yourself get to the severe depression whereby you lose total hope and start thinking of suicide. Stigma is another problem whereby that makes people not to feel free to discuss their illnesses. I hope that one day in this country, Nigeria, and even Africa as a whole, that will remove that stigma associated to the disease, and everybody will see that so that people will see mental health disease as every kind of illness, such as having headache, such as having malaria, and will feel free to discuss it with their friends and their loved ones without the fear of being stigmatized. And that's why a lot of people die in silence when they have this illness, because they really don't know who to confide in. But I want us all to understand that anybody at any point in time can suffer from mental health disorder. Now, can people die from depression? Yes. People can die from depression when they do not, go to the appropriate quarters for treatment, such as going to the hospital. Whenever a person observes the symptoms over a period of time, please visit a doctor. Don't die in ignorance. A lot of people, when they suffer mental health disease, for example, a person suffering depression, by the time he will not even think of hospital. Hospital is usually the last place to go. Visiting a doctor is the last place they want to visit. They want to go to the traditional healers. They want to go to the pastors. They want to go to their affairs. And everybody has their own specialty. Seek medical advice today. and get your healing. Please, I appeal to everybody. And another way we could help people that are suffering depression is, as individuals, let's try to lend our ears to listen to people with issues. When we see people that are down, don't let's try as much as possible out of our so-called busy schedule, listen to them. Or some of them, all they need is just to listen to somebody that will hear them out. I'm Afusat AK, and a social worker that wants to bring awareness to depression and other mental health related illnesses. And I pray after watching this that you will be inspired to continue following me on YouTube, subscribe to my page, like my page, and leave your comments, and look out for my next posting on why the suicide rate in Nigeria is increasing by the day. Love, bye.